Hey, welcome back to the collection. Once again, it has been a while since I've recorded some of these. I seem to do like a month at a time, so getting back into the swing of it here, getting all set up, digging through for some stuff to look at, and I decided to dig out the Nintendo e-reader stuff. This is the Nintendo e-reader, and I might end up doing a supplemental video where I actually hook this up and we can take a look at it in action, but everything you need to know about the e-reader is contained in this pamphlet that was distributed by Nintendo, probably at a retail store. Let's see. Make sure I'm trying something a little different with the focus this time. I'm going to keep it on manual focus, so when I need to hold something up close, I'll just tap on the screen. So you'll see it wiggle a little, but hopefully it'll keep things in focus a little better than it has in the past. So here we have our flyer explaining to the public what an e-reader is and why one might choose to own one. The Nintendo e-reader now, let's see, when was this? 2001-ish? Hold on. I could have looked all this up ahead of time. But where's the fun in that? Copyright 2002. So we are well over a decade removed from the e-reader's debut. And what the e-reader really is DLC. We didn't know it at the time, but Nintendo beat everyone to the punch with downloadable content for games. The e-reader cards are, let me get one out here. These, let's see if this focuses. Trading card sized. I should probably just hold it up here. They're about trading card sized, and on the back of each one, it's going to be hard to tell how in focus this is. You'll see the thing that makes it an e-reader is it's got this tiny, let me see how close up we can zoom. Not that close. Not that close. That might be in focus. It's a little hard for me to tell. This little strip of, I think it's basically like, well, it's like a barcode scanner, which is what is inside here. So you would take it just like a bank card or your credit card and slide it through once it's connected to a Game Boy Advance, and it can read the little barcode thing on here, and it can let you play a game. So as you can see on the card here, this one includes some version of air hockey, but there were other assortments available that had Donkey Kong Jr., tennis, Excite Bike, balloon fight, pinball, all NES games that they reduced to the size of barcodes. And the thing that was kind of dumb about it is that you would have to have multiple. So in order to play Donkey Kong, you don't just need refocus. You don't just need one card. You need card 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So you can see here, card 5 of 5, codes 9 through 10 in order to play Donkey Kong. So you'd have to swipe these cards, each one, card 1, and then it would say, scan complete, scan next card. Whoops, forgot to refocus. And then you would continue scanning, and you could then you could finally, when you were done, play Donkey Kong until you turned your Game Boy Advance off and turned it back on. And I think the cartridge would store the last thing loaded, or some of them would store the last game that had been loaded. But a lot of the time, you'd have to scan all the cards again. And so if you lost one of the cards, you'd have to buy it again. And let's see. Here, the games that took advantage of it, they released the packs with NES games. They released, here we go. This is what I was looking for. Let me hold this up about here. So there was the NES series. There were Pokemon e-reader cards and Animal Crossing e-reader cards. And we can see down here, Game & Watch, Animal Crossing, Nintendo Entertainment System Series 3, and Mario Party e-reader cards. So some of them contained complete games. Some of them were supplemental to games. Well, I guess those are the two categories. They're either a whole game, like our air hockey was a free game. I think it was free. It came with something. It might have come with the e-reader. So you got full games or basically DLC. And so there's our pamphlet out of the way. So let's take a look at some of the other cards here. So we already saw Donkey Kong. That's one whole game. Air hockey, one whole game. And this is one that Katie had. I didn't even know we had this around. This is a card for Manhole, for Game & Watch. So the card has the controls, a little very brief synopsis of how to play it. So that's our Game & Watch. And then we get into some of the other supplemental stuff. This was... Did that focus? I got to remember to keep adjusting the focus on my own now. This all happened when I was still at Blockbuster, so I got a lot of promotional stuff. And I think these came in Nintendo Power magazine. So there were these for Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing is the game that probably had the most e-reader stuff for it. So you would have to hook up your Game Boy Advance to the e-reader to the GameCube, and then swipe this card to be able to get a Zelda pattern in the Able Sisters shop to put on your clothes or on walls. Gosh, it's been a while. So this one was given away. I believe this was with I keep wanting to call it GameCube magazine. That's not right at all. With Nintendo Power. Then here's another card for some Pokemon e-reader cards. So you can see they look like Pokemon cards, but they've got the e-reader barcode up the sides and the bottoms. And I actually don't know what these did. So evolve your battles to the next level with Pokemon E Expedition, the latest expansion of the Pokemon trading card game, and Nintendo Power has 2 cards that you won't find anywhere else, Rapidash and Ho-Oh! Scan the cards. I have no idea how to say that Pokemon's name. Scan the cards into Nintendo's new e-reader to create fun effects on your Game Boy Advance. Scan the short barcode. Scan the short bar of a card's code to view special data about the card, or scan the long bar on both cards to conjure the wild GBA minigame Fire Hoops. Race Rapidash through a flaming obstacle course with Ho-Oh! Soars overhead. I'm pretty sure Ho-Oh is how you're supposed to pronounce that. I've never used these. It does not say it's with anything. I'm not sure what you use these with. But there they are. And let's see. This was another one. I'm also pretty sure it was in Nintendo Power. This was for the FoxBox, which was a damn fine block of programming on Fox. I actually don't remember Sonic being in there at all. But it had... Oh, gosh. It had Shaman King... a kind of okay version of Turtles, Kirby, and Ultimate Muscle, and Ultraman Tiga. Those were the best. Ultraman and Ultimate Muscle. This card has a Kirby Slide puzzle on the back, and we don't actually get to see any more of this. It's the FoxBox. I don't remember Sonic X being involved. I don't know. I have some other FoxBox stuff we'll eventually get to. So this was one of the more, I think, unique e-reader cards, being like a promotional tie-in that wasn't just for another Nintendo thing. I also have a pamphlet for the Pokemon channel, bonus Pokemon Channel E cards inside. Please forgive the early 2000s. We put lowercase e at the beginning of everything. What can be done with a Pokemon Channel E card? Channel E card. Connect the Game Boy Advance system with an e-reader to the GameCube using a GameCube Game Boy Advance cable. The naming conventions. You can then power up the Smeargle Paint program using the Pokemon Channel E cards. Card type, line art card, paint pattern card. I guess this was some kind of Pokemon paint program? I do not remember what the Pokemon Channel was all about. So these are kind of delicate, so I'm not going to hold this open all the way, but this should be a pretty good view of the cards and what they do and what you can get out of them. It's getting a little brittle after all these years, but you could punch these cards out. Another fun fact about e-reader cards is if you had a decent enough printer, you could just print out those barcodes on a piece of paper and scan them through. So now we're up to the DLC kind of stuff. And this is what started this all. I did a trade on Instagram not too long ago. I guess actually it was a while ago. And he traded me some unopened, well, this one was kind of opened. Oh, it's still kind of open. But unopened packs of Animal Crossing e-reader cards. Since I had all this other stuff that we just looked at, I was like, oh yeah, e-reader stuff. E-reader stuff's always cool, and I come across it very rarely. So here's 2 packs of Animal Crossing e-reader cards, and some of the things that you could get from using them. So here's an assortment of them. I think these were the 3 different kinds. We've got pattern cards. So you can see the pattern on the front, and this is the barcode at the bottom to scan it in, and then the Able Sisters will give you this Super Mario Sunshine crossover Shine Sprite pattern. We've got just the regular character cards. I think the focus should be about there. There were a whole bunch of these, like up to 3 digits of character cards. And on the back of these, there's a password and some info, and I'm not exactly sure what scanning all of these in the e-reader did. But then there are also Toda KK cards that will let you scan in new town tunes. And I think this one is based on the DJ KK song that's already in the game. So you can get some free town tunes or patterns for your clothing and items or something else. So those are the things you could add to Animal Crossing. This one I happen to have. I think it must have come with one of the GameCube Mario parties that came out at the time. And this one, place this card in play before playing cards with coins. This special bonus card. I'm not entirely sure how you scan this. I guess these stars will read as a pattern that it understands to throw coins in the game. So as cheap as Mario Party already is, you could make it even cheaper by just randomly scanning in e-reader cards, and hey, here's more random nonsense to happen. Then one of the other releases that took advantage of it as like an in-game DLC, in-game item was Super Mario Advance 4. So this one, these 2 cards. So similar to how they've done some of the difficulty mitigation, let's say, on Super Mario Odyssey even, just making things easier for players. Like, I believe at any time you could just scan this and get yourself a raccoon leaf. Let's see, advanced coin, difficulty level. Huh. So this is a level card that'll get you, looks like it would create a new set of coins for you to grab in a level, or maybe just surround you in this section in the screenshot with bullet bills. That's kind of interesting. And I'll get a close-up of this one too, this card here. So there we go. We got all kinds of stuff. We got in-game bonuses. We got cheap junk for Mario Party. We got all kinds of unlockable stuff for Animal Crossing. We got specialty promo cards for the FoxBox. We got Pokemon cards, more Animal Crossing stuff, full Game & Watch games, air hockey, NES classics, all made possible through the use of your Nintendo e-reader. I guess I could have done that before I started throwing all that junk out here. Once again, getting used to this. All this stuff. Oh no, it looks like it got caught there. So that is the majority of what I own. I think that's actually everything that I own for e-readers. Obviously not a complete collection, but really I just wanted to show off some of the pamphlet and the promo stuff, the things that came in Nintendo Power that might be kind of hard to get a hold of. These pamphlet ones, Pokemon Channel, where they're still intact. You have the actual pamphlet. So maybe we'll do a follow-up video. I'm sure there are plenty of videos out there of people playing, loading, swiping e-reader cards, but just for the sake of keeping it in series, I might do a supplemental video where I swipe in a few and we check it out on my wife's Game Boy Advance. So thanks for watching, and see you next time in the collection.